Hey, awesome people. Welcome to Kids Wonder Vibe. The Princess and the Pea by Hans Christian Andersen. Once upon a time, in a grand and prosperous kingdom, there lived a young prince. He was clever, kind, and destined to rule one day. But more than anything, he longed to marry a real princess, not simply a girl of noble birth, but someone whose grace, spirit, and refinement were unquestionable. So he set out on a journey across distant lands. He visited sparkling courts, ancient castles, and enchanted isles. He met many young women who called themselves princesses. Some were charming, others beautiful, and many were dressed in gold and gems. But something was always not quite right. Some were rude, some were boastful, and some had no genuine heart. The prince returned home discouraged. "I want to find a true princess," he told his parents, the king and queen. "Someone who is gentle yet strong, graceful yet honest. But how can I ever be sure who is real?" The queen, a wise woman known for her sharp mind, only smiled. "You will know," she said, "but not in the way you expect." Then, one dark night, a terrible storm swept over the kingdom. Rain poured from the heavens, lightning split the skies, and thunder echoed in the hills. Just as the royal family sat by the fire, there was a knock at the castle gate. A servant rushed to open it and found a young woman standing there, soaked from head to toe. Her dress clung to her as water dripped from her hair and sleeves. Her shoes were muddy, and her hands trembled with cold. "I beg your pardon," she said softly. "I am a princess, and I have lost my way in the storm. Might I take shelter here for the night?" The queen raised an eyebrow. "A princess, you say?" The girl nodded. "Yes, your majesty." She was polite and well-spoken, but the queen had her doubts. "We shall see," she whispered to herself. So the young woman was brought inside, given dry clothes, and offered warm soup. Everyone treated her kindly, but the queen had already set her plan in motion. That night, the queen went to the guest bedroom and quietly ordered the maids to remove all the blankets and sheets. Then, at the very bottom of the bed, she placed a single green pea. On top of it, she stacked 20 mattresses, and on top of those, 20 feather beds stuffed with the softest down in the land. "This," she said with a smile, "will be our test." The young woman was shown to the room and helped into bed. She thanked them graciously, then lay down, weary from her journey. The next morning, over breakfast, the queen asked how she had slept. "Oh, your majesty," said the girl, rubbing her eyes, "not well at all. I scarcely closed my eyes. I felt something hard beneath me all night long, so uncomfortable that I'm bruised from head to toe. I cannot imagine what it was." At this, the queen nodded in satisfaction and turned to the prince. No one but a true princess could have skin so delicate and noble as to feel a tiny pea through 20 mattresses and 20 feather beds. The prince's eyes lit up. He knew at last that this was the one he had been searching for. She had passed the test not by beauty or riches, but by something finer, something hidden that only a true princess would possess. And so, the prince and the princess were married in a splendid ceremony. The whole kingdom rejoiced, for their future queen was as genuine and good-hearted as she was royal. As for the pea, it was placed in a glass case in the royal museum, where it remained for many generations, unless someone has taken it. But that, dear reader, is another story. Here is the moral of the story. True nobility lies not in appearances, but in what is deeply felt and quietly proven. A real heart always reveals itself, even through 20 layers of doubt. The end. Thank you for listening, kids. Remember, you are awesome.